Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will work on our project 2 using SageMaker instances and we do that actually to avoid the runtime problems that we have in our local workspace provided by the classroom. So for the second project, this is our environment that we will be working with. It has two files, one file for the project and one file for the libraries that are going to be installed. So these files we will start downloading them locally. This is the first file of the project and this is the second file of the requirements.txt. If we have navigated to our local directory, we can see that here are our two files. These the recently downloaded two files. Then we need to start um implementing our work in SageMaker instance. So we will start by searching for SageMaker or Amazon SageMaker. Then we will navigate to notebooks under which we can find the notebook instances. As you can see, these are our previously created notebook instances. If you are familiar with the sport, or if you're not familiar and you didn't start any previous notebooks, you can create a new one by clicking on create new notebook instance. Then you can name it anything. We can call it project2 hand digit classification, and the notebook instance here is MLT3 medium. It's sufficient for this task. However, the problem with notebook instances usually is that you cannot change this instance while you are working. Otherwise, if you want to change the instance, you will have to create a new one from the beginning, starting these steps from the beginning. Here we have additional settings like setting the size, the internal size of the instance we are creating. The execution rule or the IAM rule depends on previously created execution rules. If you didn't have created anyone, you can create a new rule right here, and then since we are not going to use any S3 buckets in this project, we can set this service to none, and then we can create the rules. Since I have already my own rules right here, there are many, I can choose any one and start working with my project. For the GitHub repo part, you can also clone the GitHub repo part by clicking on this default repository. Then below the repository itself you can click on clone GitHub repo. Then you will be provided this empty box to provide you your URL to start cloning your project files. However, we will not do this for this project because we have our own files, so we will create notebook instance immediately. The status here will be pending unless it's ready for use. Then we can start it, so we will wait for a while till it's started. Now the notebook is in service. We can open the Jupyter notebook. It will have the same interface of the classroom environment, but this time will be with empty interface, so we can upload our files. This is the first file and this is the second file, as I remember. We can upload them. The most important thing, if you, like me, have downloaded this file many times, make sure that it's called requirements.txt only. There is something important you need to do here, which is to remove any version that you will see right here. So the file requirements.txt, the original one, contains here some versions, so we will have to remove all of these versions to be like this one over here, to let pip decide which version to install for your Python, because actually in this project it was written in Python 3.7, or it's dependent on Python 3.7. However, we will here use Python 3.10. So we will open the project file. After that, and we will choose the kernel. The kernel here, as we have just mentioned, it will be Python p3.10. However, it should be based on PyTorch installations, so it will use a specific image. Then we will set that kernel. If you need to change the kernel while you're working, you can click on kernel and then change kernel, choose anyone that's suitable for you, but it should be based on PyTorch. First things first, we need to include uh, our repository or folder that our libraries are installed in this specific path right here. So where to know which folder our packages are installed, we can write a simple command to search for numpy, which is usually installed. We can pip show numpy to get some information about numpy, one of which is the location where numpy is installed. Once we get that location, it's usually the location for other packages. So other packages will be installed in that same directory, which is this one over here. So we will take this one and copy it and paste it right here. Then this is the path where our libraries and packages are installed. We will add it to the environment variable or operating system environment variable path to make sure that our system is accessing these packages each time it's started. So now we can install all of the libraries and the requirements of the text file. Once they are installed successfully with no problem, we can restart our kernel from this sign over here. Our kernel now is restarted. We can now execute the cell of imports to import all of these packages. If they are successfully imported, then feel free to start working with your project. And when you finish, don't forget to close your instance. That's in service, of course, but first of all, save this file, the project file. Also save the requirements file by clicking or choosing Control S from your keyboard. Then go to your instances right here, click on the working one or the one that's in service, and click on stop to stop this instance to avoid any future charges. Thank you.